Hey guys, Chris Mincola here with the Mincola Group Real Estate Pros at West USA Realty. And I wanted to, first of all, wish you guys a happy 4th of July. I want to wish you a safe and happy 4th of July. Let freedom ring in the greatest country in the world. Secondly, I wanted to give you guys some tips and updates on the market and rates and let you know that there are some really positive things to do with rates, inventory, and all kinds of things. So let's take a look at this real quick. I'm going to share my screen fast with you. So right now, according to what we'll be looking at as a country as a whole, we've moved past the pricing peak, but inventory is still low. In Arizona, I wouldn't say we're past the pricing peak, but we may be seeing that soon. And the other part of that is rates just dropped a little bit. So we've got people coming in from all over the place buying property here, over 200 a day, moving here from places like California, and they're bringing in all this cash money, other investors, everybody moving here. Why? Because we have a great economy, good weather, and we don't have a lot of COVID restrictions, which people need to kind of get back to work and make money in order to make a living, right? And so they're moving here for those reasons. And what we're seeing is it's creating, kind of a, spike in our prices. And people have tons of equity and we have low inventory and we have a lot of regulations still on the way people buy homes compared to what we had back in 2008 when it comes to home loans, and other things. So, what I would say is we're not going to be in a housing bubble. A lot of people are saying that we're not going to be in a housing bubble. That comes from the bottom, the top, everywhere. And especially in Arizona, we're not going to see that. People are too equity rich. There's low inventory, and there's all these regulations. So there's, a completely different picture than there was in 2008. Okay. One thing I will warn you about, and I've warned you about before, please kind of heed the warning. Okay, this is just not some sort of scare tactic. When the government prints money, interest rates will go up. It may not happen immediately, but they will go up. So what they're forecasting is, okay, and it's just we have inflation now. We're going to have more inflation as we go along. We may even have hyperinflation. So by the end of the year, they're saying 3.5%. Next year, low 4s to mid 4s, and then high 4s to around 5%, maybe by 2023, if we keep printing money the way we're going. That's our number one export is our US dollar. So we've got to really, keep an eye on that. You got to really understand that if you're thinking about buying or selling or refinancing at all, now would be the time to do it. Because when rates are low, it's the best time to do any of those things, obviously, for the reasons, one point in interest rate could mean a 10% increase in your home value. Now, if you, in your mortgage payment. Now, if you have mortgage insurance and you have equity in your home, which even if you bought a home 6 months ago, maybe even a year ago, you may have some equity because of the way the prices have been going up over the last 6 months to 9 months. You may, look at getting rid of your mortgage insurance, refinancing, getting rid of that mortgage insurance. So lower interest rate, getting rid of the mortgage insurance will lower your payment considerably. Okay. Who doesn't want to lower payment? Not refinancing would make no sense. I'm just telling you, we refinance our own properties. People in the industry and mortgage industry are refinancing their properties because it makes total sense. There's no reason not to. There's no out-of-pocket costs. Unless you want to pay down rates even further than what they are, then this is the average right now. So, depending on your credit, depending on, how you're doing with your, economics, then, you can see it getting a lower rate than that. There are programs for that. And that's the great power of a brokerage. My wife, Cynthia, is a loan officer, works with Eben Einhorn at Modern Home Lending, and they have tons of different lenders that they work with. Now, one other thing I will mention to you is, the CDC had this deal where they were basically saying, you can't evict people because of COVID, and everybody was set in these lockdowns. Well, long story short, the Supreme Court said, no, you can't do that. CDC overstepped its authority, basically, and landlords, can evict their renters, their tenants, if they're not paying their rent. So by July 31st, long story short, just kind of sum this up, they have to pay all their back rent, or they can be evicted. Okay, because remember, the landlord has been paying all his mortgage all this time, or they're behind on their mortgage. Okay, one or the other. And so all this has to be kind of figured out. Now, if you do have a mortgage and you want to refinance or maybe move on to other investments, and you're like, I did the mortgage, COVID help programs that were out there, then you can do that. A lot of times you'd be told 12, you got to wait 12 months to refinance or buy. Well, with Modern Home Lending, my wife can help you refinance, do the purchase, within a 3-month period. You don't have to wait 12 months. As long as you were in contact with your servicer, as long as you were in contact with your servicer, okay, your people you pay your mortgage to, then we can take care of that for you. So another thing that we have is people are really worried about, well, I want to sell, but where am I going to move to? Where am I going to move to? Well, we've got that taken care of too. We have what's called our knock program. Okay, we can come in with, first of all, we have cash buyers that can come in anytime and buy your home. We work with. So we can still represent you on those deals too. So you're not unrepresented. And they can come in, buy your home anytime, and maybe move on to a new home. So while you're waiting for a new home to be built, you just bring this other person in later on to buy your home. Or we have a program where you can move first, okay, into a resale home or a new home and get your mortgage covered by our knock program for up to 6 to 7 months while you're doing you're finding your home and doing your move. And then they'll even give you up to 20% towards your down payment if you want it or if you need it, and up to $20,000 as far as any repairs or fix-ups to your property that you need to do. Now, a lot of times right now, buyers are waiving, inspection, repairs. They may still be doing inspection, but they're waiving repairs. They're waiving, appraisals. They're waiving their earnest deposits because they're like coming in from California to get all the cash in the world. And they're like, well, I'll just make the repairs myself, get a home warranty, and I'm good. And that's hurting a lot of first-time home buyers right now that maybe don't have the equity that they're carrying over from other properties and things like that. So that is the thing. But we're hoping by the second half of this year, it looks like, we'll be out of the busy season for us, which is usually from about April or May till around June, July. And we'll also see some more of the COVID, worries that were out there before as the economy opens up more and more. And people will go out more and more worrying about people coming into their home or leaving. But cool thing with the knock program is, you don't have to worry about showings or anything. You can move first and then sell your home. So it makes it a lot easier without all the showings and everything. But a lot of those, worries that people have, were kind of unknowns. And now as we're coming out of that and the economy is opening up more, we're seeing where we have those solutions, but, people are kind of, more apt to go out and look at properties, go into other people's homes or have people in their homes if you choose to do it that way in order to sell your property. So it's still a great time for real estate. If you want to look into, buy or sell because prices keep going up, real estate over time, always will make you money is what the history tells us. And history also tells us that you print more money, rates are going to go up. So guys, heed that warning. We'll talk to you guys soon. I hope that helps. And I hope that clarifies a few things going on in the market right now. And we'll keep an eye on things for you and keep you updated. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.